Welcome to Google Ads in 2024. What you see before you is what Google Ads looks like now, which is quite different than when it looked like 6 to 12 months ago, and very different to what it looked like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. In this video, I'm going to give you a short walkthrough of the key places you're going to go when you're setting up your account, setting up campaigns, and wanting to review your campaign performance. So right now, here is the campaign overview. And this is in something called expert mode. When you set up your account, if you went through all those steps where it's like, what's your business name and what's your URL and what do you sell? It's going to throw you into something called smart mode, and you don't want that. So you'll find something in the top right corner to switch to expert mode. Or when you're going to set up a Google Ads account for the very first time, on the very first page, just scroll down and choose expert mode. I promise it's for beginners and experts alike. So this is your expert mode, your standard Google Ads mode. And this is the overview. Over here, you'll find the date selector. Generally, when I'm looking at campaign performance, I start with last 30 days and then go from there. There's a new campaign button here, but whenever you're looking to create something new, you'll find this big plus button in the top left. That's where you can create a new campaign, create a new ad group, which lives within a campaign, create new search keywords, which live within an ad group, or create a new conversion action, which is something you'll usually only do when you're first setting up your account. I wouldn't be surprised if, as time goes on, we see more things in this menu. Perhaps we'll see create new ad, for example. That's not there right now. But as of when I'm filming this in early 2024, this is what we see. So right now we are on the campaigns menu. And one of the first places you'll probably go is campaigns. And this is where you'll see the campaigns you have in your account. If you want to change what you see, you can filter to see only enabled campaigns, enabled and paused, or all campaigns, which would include removed. If you want to change the metrics that you see here, or if there's too many, right now I probably have too many, or if there's one you're looking for that you don't see, you can go columns, modify columns, and in here is where you'll find things like impressions, clicks, cost, and in the conversion section, conversions, cost per conversion, etc. And then one that I believe is very important in competitive metrics, your search impression share, loss due to rank, and loss due to budget. But there's hundreds of columns you can add here to customize the view to the way you need. Once we click into a campaign, we will now be looking at the various ad groups. And once we click on one of those ad groups in a search campaign, at least, it's going to take us to our search keywords. So notice how campaigns, ad groups, and ads are up here, but search keywords are down there. This is a key difference in the new interface, that now the targeting of your campaign lives in this section, audiences, keywords, and content. And then the insights about your campaign, like the search terms report or where your ad showed, are up here. So for example, right now I'm looking at the various keywords in my campaign. I can also have negative keywords, right? My negative targeting. And in the old Google Ads interface, right below that would be search terms, which makes sense. Your search keywords, your search terms. Now search terms are up here because that has to do with your active performance. And so you can see these are the actual search terms that I got based on my keywords. Similarly, up here, I can see like when and where my ad showed. For example, if there are various placements that apply or what devices they showed on, that is now separate from the targeting section. Now I'm in a search campaign right now, so I'm just going to hop into a video campaign to show you how things can then look a bit different. So notice how now there's more things here. Where ads showed placements. There's no placements in a search campaign, but there is in display or in video. So this is where you would find like the actual channels, for example, that my ads showed on. And then in this targeting section, if we come down here, there's a lot more stuff now. There's audiences, but there's also content, topics, placements, display video keywords, etc. So this is the section where you'll add the targeting for your campaign. Up here is where you'll see insights about how that targeting performed. And then smushed in the middle here, we have assets, which is a bit of a confusing word in Google Ads because assets, well, used to mean the individual building blocks of an ad, and now extensions were renamed assets, which is what you're seeing here. I'm going to flip back to search as I think it'll show us a little bit more. Yeah. So these are all the different assets, formerly known as extensions, that you can add to your ads. But your ads themselves are up here in the navigations. Don't get those two confused. If you want to edit an ad, people often click on the blue link. You want to do that, you want to click on the pencil, and now we can hop in to actually edit this ad once it loads. If your Google Ads takes this long to load, just know it is not you. We have ad strength up here. These are your headlines, descriptions, and then you can add various assets right from within the ad. So these are kind of the core building blocks of your campaign in the campaigns section. Going over here to goals, this is where you're going to find your conversions and measurement. So when you're first setting up your account, you're going to go into here and you can set up your various conversion goals, choose the attribution model, etc. So you can see there are conversions now set up on this account. You're probably not going to go back here ever again, or not very frequently, but there's various things you can do once you get to a more advanced level with conversions. Then tools, this menu used to be along the top. So you have your planning tools like Keyword Planner, very important tool. Your shared library is where you'll find your audience manager, for example. This is where you'll go to set up your various remarketing lists, your custom segments, and then even gain insights about your audience segments. I can't do that here on this demo. There's some things you have here about exclusions and content suitability if you're concerned about brand safety, and then some other more advanced options you'll find in here like portfolio bid strategies and things like that. Billing section, everything you ever wanted to know and didn't want to know about billing you'll find in here, including the all-important advertiser verification. And then last but not least, admin for the random miscellaneous stuff they didn't know where to put anywhere else. A key thing you'll use here when setting up your Google Ads account is linked accounts, because you'll want to link your Google Analytics, Search Console, YouTube, Google Business Profile, and if applicable, Google Merchant Center or these other tools to your Google Ads account. And access and security is another one I'll point out. This is how you would grant someone access to your Google Ads account. So for example, when I do Google Ads account audits, people have to go here and then actually add me to read-only to their account so I can actually see them and audit their performance. That is our overview of the Google Ads platform.